What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today, we're giving you our instant reaction of the match that was Juventus defeating Salernitana at home in the friendly confines of Allianz Stadium to bring 3 more points in the chase for the Scudetto. Stick with us, we'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel. My name is Justin Sofro. Today it's Sunday, March 20th, 2022. And of course, I've got your instant reaction thoughts following the match that was for Juventus Salernitana today in the city. Obviously, before we do anything though, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. But before, let's just get into it. Thoughts are a little bit all over the place right now. Obviously, Juventus get the victory. They get the 3 points, and that's really the most important aspect of this game, is that Juventus went out there right before the international break, right before a very important international break, and bring home 3 points for the, and I use it loosely, obviously. I know a lot of you are going to come at me, but it'll be chase for the Scudetto. It maintains Juve's position. Unfortunately, not a ton of help when it came to this weekend and what we really saw from the top tier teams. Napoli won, Milan won, Inter did draw at the same time, so you're getting close to being level with Inter if you go out there and get that victory coming back from the break. That's really where we're going to keep our eye on. But when it comes to the actual performance today, the way I take from this is just a lot more of kind of what we're used to, for being honest. I understand there was a little bit of hype maybe in the very first half hour or so, right? You got Dybala starting off the game with a pretty great goal there to start off with in the first 5 minutes. He gets cooking right away. And let me just say this real quick, because I know a lot of people don't like my harsh criticism as of late for Dybala. I am a Dybala guy. I like Dybala. I love Dybala. I would like him to stay at Juventus. But my biggest problem is this. Of course he's going to show up against Salernitana and score a goal in the first 5 minutes. Of course he's going to play against Salernitana from the beginning. And I understand maybe some of these things are not all his fault. Maybe some of these may be choices made by Massimiliano Allegri. And if it is, I'm sorry, bud. But at the same time, who would have guessed that, of course, Dybala wouldn't show up in the match in the Champions League against Villarreal, getting in there at the end of the game again? Could be Massimiliano Allegri's fault. Could be all on him. But at the same time, if you're Paulo Dybala and you're that guy and you're supposed to be, like I said, the cornerstone that Juve's building on, and obviously it's no longer, even if he stays at Juventus, I don't think anybody is under any kind of belief that he is going to be that cornerstone that Juve builds on. Now it's moved to Vlahovic. But I really wanted to see this become a Dybala-Vic situation at Juve. Sorry. I wanted to see a Dybala-Vic situation. Obviously, in that first 30 minutes, you kind of got it a little bit. You got Vlahovic scoring that second goal there in the 29th minute, which was nice. It was nice. I was happy about that. But at the same time, I want to see them clicking more. And I understand they haven't gotten to play enough well together to really do that. But I really want to see them start to thrive. And let's be honest, Salernitana is not a good team. Salernitana, without being too harsh, they're absolute trash. They're a bad team. This is a team that gave up 10 goals overall this season to Inter. The Inter that we're seeing here of late that can't score a goal to save their life. They can score a goal, but they're nothing special. They just gave up 5. They literally just put 5 on Salernitana, a couple weeks ago? And that's where I'm a bit frustrated. I understand what Juve is. I understand what Max Allegri's Juve is, but you should have tacked on a few more goals in today's performance. That's where I really have some frustration, is that they're just not clicking there. You're seeing so many times that we are just so slow on the ball. Archer back to being as slow as possible, slow as molasses, right? That's an old Southern United States lady saying, I guess. But he really is. He's really just too slow on the ball. And when it comes to trying to move or create anything, it's Vlahovic by himself. It's Vlahovic doing everything by himself. He gets into that final third, and I've talked about it week in and week out, where you have Rabiot and guys like that, guys in the midfield who are supposed to be creating. Juan Cuadrado, and I understand Juan Cuadrado didn't have a terrible game. He actually had a pretty decent game today, but they're at the end of the second half, and I know I'm all over the place with some of my thoughts. He was not doing anybody a favor. Every time it got to him, that's where I said drives, or whatever you want to call it, go to die. is passing the ball to Juan Cuadrado. I don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully he can clean this up because he needs to soon. But like I was saying, Dusan Vlahovic was there. Dusan Vlahovic, right? Was there by himself in that final third. Every single time he had to maneuver and do anything alone. I saw a little bit when Manetti came in at the end where he was able to give a little bit of assistance to try to move it around, but then it ended up in Cuadrado, and you saw what happened. But at the same time, I know, it's so, to me, it's just so weird to have to say this, but obviously we need to say this. Give Dusan Vlahovic some help. We need guys like Zakaria back. We need good midfielders who can create. We need somebody. That's why this summer mercado is going to be so important. It's going to be so important to get a guy who can actually create and who can help do things. Obviously, you don't have Locatelli there today. You don't have some of the players who really would have helped and who stuck there with Danilo, who I want to give credit to Danilo. Danilo had a heck of a game there playing in the midfield. He has become one of Juve's more reliable players, either playing in defense as he does, usually on the right, on the right back situation, or now in the midfield, he's really done a good job stepping up and being useful. I also want to give credit to DeCilio and Pellegrini, who I thought played pretty well, especially in the first half there. Chesney, obviously no goals, kept a clean sheet, but at the same time, Chesney could chill out back, and he could literally have his own tea party by himself for a good portion of it. Though, if we're looking at statistics, though, Juventus and Salernitana both got 12 total shots. Obviously, Juve had 7 shots on target, while let's see, 7 shots on target, 3 shots off target, and 2 block shots. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. And then Salernitana was 4, 5, and 3. 4 shots on target, 5 shots off target. But at the same time, it's just frustrating to see you get 12 total shots and 7 shots on target, and only 2 of those become goals. I'm sorry. You got to do better. You've got to be able to finish on these shots. I know right now, I'm sitting here looking at the season thinking, what is there to play for? And when I say that, obviously the top 4 is there to play for. But in your mindset, if you're a Juve player, and I know you guys are going to come at me when I talk about the Scudetto and everything that goes along that. Obviously, I already talked about the way the other teams performed, everything that happened along there. But if you're Juventus, I think you have to play in mind with trying to compete for the Scudetto. Otherwise, what are you doing for the rest of the season? What are you working on? What are you trying to attack? What are you doing this for? Because you're in 4th place right now. Pretty, I hate to use the word secured, but you're pretty secure in the 4th place spot right now. Obviously, drop some points, lose a game here or there, and you can have some issues. But I think right now, this is a game that should have been a tune-up game for Juve. It should have been a game where you're literally, I just feel like in this opportunity, you should have been trying to compile some goals, build up some stats, build up some, I want to say positivity, but I mean confidence. Build some confidence in guys. One of the guys that I was kind of disappointed, we talk about youth. We talk about youth in the club not being utilized properly. And I know I've been the guy who's been maybe not as high on using young guys all the time, right? But I think right now, Juve really needs to. When you're decimated with injuries regularly. Manuel Locatelli's out with an injury. Bonucci's out. Marley Ake's out with an injury now. Chiesa, McKinney, Caio Jorge, Dennis Zakaria. I feel like I'm going to get winded over here just telling you all the injuries that we have out here. And right now, you need to utilize some of these young guys, like a young talent who I am pretty high on. And if it's rare that I say, I'm not saying that my opinion means anything, but I'm very high on the prospect of Fabio Manetti. And I really was hoping to see him play a lot more today. I was really hoping, I was thinking maybe to start, but no. Maybe at halftime, bring him out there, get him some run. And no, he didn't get into the 90th minute, really didn't get to see it. But I think my boy Alejandro sent this to us, and he really did. Actually, it was Julian. It was Julian who sent it to me. It said Manetti was 2 for 2 on passes. He had 1 ball recovery. It was an elite debut from our guy, right? But anyway, I really do hope to see, because I really, of all the prospects, I know guys love Sule, love whatever. I like Manetti, and I'd like to see more of Manetti long term. And also right now, if you're looking at games like this and Manetti's not getting in, like if you're a youth product, you really got to start thinking like, is Juve the place for me? Because Juve is not doing themselves any favors by getting these guys any runs. Anyway, sorry, I'm looking at my sheet of lies over here. Some notes that I took throughout the match just to really talk about, everything. Obviously, I like Vlahovic. I like what I saw. Obviously, Vlahovic is the best player we really have right now. His hold of play is still not that great, but at the same time, I mean, he's isolated. He's by himself every single time, going 1-on-3 or whatever, because nobody's there to help him. Get him some help, guys. Like, I don't care. Whatever you have to do, get him some help. Let's see what else we got here. Some other things I really want to talk about. The second half, let's be honest, it was crap. It was literally kind of back to what you're used to with Juve. It was me sitting there and being like, oh, they're kind of I hate to say park the bus, but they're kind of just they're shutting down. They're done. Juve got up 2-0. They felt comfortable. They're gonna go take a little nap and get us in and get us out of here, and then we'll see what happens next game. And I just didn't. I was really hoping not to see that. I was really hoping to see them try to do some new things, try to develop. And I should expect this with Max Allegri, right? But at the same time, Juve need to really tune some things up, and you don't get many opportunities in the Serie A right now with the points that you need to play against a team like this at home in a place that should be comfortable. It should be comfortable confines. You should have the fans behind you. And what I noticed during the game too, and I'm not blaming the fans in this instance, let's be honest. We see a lot of issues right now when it comes to attendance at games. But there were more than enough Juve fans there that were cheering. But you know who I heard? The only people I heard cheering and chanting and all that were the Salernitana fans. They were loud. You could hear them. They were down 2-0 in the final 5 minutes, and they were the loudest people in the building. They were trying to keep their team up. They were trying to will them into something. One of the things that frustrated me is I ended up, you heard it on the broadcasters, and I'll be honest. Here in America, you have to use Paramount Plus to watch the games, right? I mean, I'm sure, if there are other parts of America, you can actually get some of the Italian channels, but not in Louisville, Kentucky out here, right? But one of the issues that really frustrated me was it was kind of like the announcers are like cheering on the other team to come back, or like their respect for Juve right now is at an all-time low, and I can't really blame them. And sometimes when you see the performance against Villarreal, when you see what they came off with there, and also if you watch most of the Salernitana game, Juve should have decimated that team. They should have blown them out of the water, and they didn't. But anyway, one of the announcers made a comment just saying something like, well, you see right here, it's the 85th minute, and if they get a goal right here, they could easily end up drawing and taking points from Juve. And I was like, is that where we sit respect level with Juventus right now? Is that you feel like a 2-0 deficit is not much? Like, it's really just not, especially with Allegri, where the guy that you think of 1-0 as almost an insurmountable, opportunity at a win for Juventus because they're usually so good and so key on defense. I don't know. It was one of the things that frustrated me. Let's be honest, I'm not super high on the product, the in-game product that Paramount Plus has been giving us lately. I miss ESPN Plus. Come back. That's all I'm going to say. Some other thoughts, really, though. But yeah, it was just a lot of giving the ball up in the second half. They got to the finish line. They got the 3 points. It is what it is as it stands right now. Let's look it up. I'm going to bring up the Serie A standings right now. And I know you guys don't want to hear it from me, but I'm just looking at it right now as it sits right now. So we've got games played 30, all the same with Milan, Napoli, and Juve. All at 30. We got 66 points with Milan, 63 Napoli, and you've got 59 of Juve. Inter have 29 games played with 60 points right now. So definitely the match coming up against Juventus will be a very big opportunity for a swing there. So that way Juve can really, I don't want to say officially catch them, but yeah, catch them. Following that, in 5th, 6th, and 7th places is a very tight race there between Lazio, Atalanta, and Roma. Lazio and Roma both Lazio have 49 points. Roma have 48 points, but they both played 29 games. Atalanta having played 28 games with 48. And of course, Roma and Lazio will be playing today. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully, maybe with a draw there, we can still have a pretty strong, comfortable lead there and really to secure 4th place. But again, I know you guys are shushing me when it comes to Scudetto race, but we got to have something to aim for, even if it seems unreachable at this point. If you're a Juventus fan, you got to have something to thrive for. Otherwise, we're just playing the season out, right? We're just going to play it out. At that point, I'd say play it out and get these young guys some run. Give me some more Ake. Give me some more Sule. Give me some more Manetti. Whatever it is, give me these young guys. Give me something to work forward for the future. Let me know your thoughts on the game that was today. Did you disagree with some of the things that I said? Did you agree? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to our channel. Become one of the a member of our community, and also consider joining our member squad. We appreciate all the new people that have joined recently. It's a lot of fun to hang out in the chat and all that stuff as well. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Let's keep it up. Let's go get in, these victories for the Italian national squad these next 2 weeks and come back and beat Inter. I'll see you next time.